Hello everyone, I'm back from the Bahamas and it happened to me again. I got tricked, scammed, misled, whatever you want to call it. It happened. And all while I was trying to do, I'm going to say I was trying to do a good deed. I've taken this excursion before and I had a really good time on it. It had a 1-hour open bar. The name of the excursion, because I know a lot of you probably want to know, it's called Seashore Sailing Adventures. I guess Royal Caribbean uses them to do the land and sea with 1-hour open bar excursion. So this is the name of the company who provides it. But this time, instead of giving you guys like a positive review, this is going to be negative, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so on the first time that I took the excursion, we got off the ship. Everything went really smooth. We got on the catamaran, the excursion, or the boat. It goes out. We did some sightseeing, beautiful weather, music. Had a really good time. I took my daughter. We had a really good time on it. So much of a good time that by the time we were getting off the catamaran, we had been, drinking because it was a 1-hour open bar, and we totally forgot that there was a second part to the excursion, which was like a land tour where they put you on a bus or a shuttle, and it takes you around the Bahamas to certain parts. So I missed out on it, but I still posted a video to give these guys, or to give this group, a good recommendation that I had a good time on the excursion. So what happened on this excursion this time? Okay, so we get off the ship. We line up and they tell us, okay, the boat portion of this excursion, we're gonna do it last. This time we're gonna do the bus portion, the tour, and we're just gonna do a little bit different this time. So I was like, okay, something just seemed really weird, the way he said it. But I was in good faith. I'm like, okay, there must be a reason for it. Maybe things have changed, etc., etc. So we line up to get on this shuttle bus, and he hands us off to another representative. This representative's name was Greg, and I'm gonna save you guys. I'm really glad I'm making this video, and I hate to make a negative video, but I feel that I'm saving you from stress, from frustration. Anger is the right way to put it, and the fact that you've been lied to and treated a certain way and you don't deserve it. So we get on this bus. Greg is our tour guide. Very poor tour guide, lazy, doesn't assist the customers. I end up half the time helping this lady who had an ankle injury. Greg was not helping her at all to get on and off, and even though it's not my job, I still helped her because I felt sorry for her, because on one of the stops that we had, she was too afraid to get off, because on the stop before that, Greg took off and left her knee scooter because he doesn't get out the driver's seat, or he doesn't want to get out the driver's seat because he's very lazy. So the people were yelling, hey, you forgot her scooter. So he reverses, looks a little pissed off. He gets out, he puts the scooter in, shuts the door, and then he starts driving off. And just the way that he gave the tour, he's driving so fast, and he's like, on the right there's a church and blah, 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 blah. On the left there's this, but he's not slowing down. So you don't know what the hell he's talking about. And half the people that were even sitting beside me and behind me are like, what is he talking about? Or where was he talking about? Because he's not slowing down. He's driving fast, and he's not getting out of the driver's seat at all to help us to get off. There's like a little step to step down off this bus, and to get on the bus, he doesn't even take that out until the last, when we finally get off, and where he lied to us again. When he got off, this lady was having a hard time getting off, and he goes, oh yeah, let me get the step. So he gets the step, and I'm like, damn, he had the step the whole time. Everybody's suffering to get on and off, with the step and stuff. So long story short, skip the land portion of this tour. It only makes like 2 stops. One of them is to Atlantis. The hotel, you have enough time to walk up to it, look around a little bit, see the shops, maybe get you a drink or whatever, and then you have to get all the way back to to the shuttle. The second one is they take you up on top of a hill where they have like a fort. They have some cannons and a few shops, and then it's back to where you started at or whatever. So I would say skip it. I think you'll enjoy the boat portion a lot better. If you get this guy, Greg, there's 2 shuttles. Go to the other shuttle, take a chance on somebody else. But if it's Greg, chubby guy, I'm going to circle him in the video, long hair, poor attitude. He stayed on a personal phone call the whole time. He didn't help this handicapped lady. And it was just a total waste. And he lied to us. Even, I'm going to tell you the other lie that he did. So when we get back to the cruise port, he pulls all the way up and he parks like in a weird spot by the port. And he goes, I'm going to go look for the other guide so he can take you on the other portion of this cruise, and of this excursion. So he left us there. Luckily, he left the AC on and he takes off. Greg went to lunch. He went to go get him something to eat. He went in a total opposite direction to go inside the port. He went to where they had the food. So the guide for the water portion of the cruise comes from a different direction. He's like, where's your tour guide? And so everybody's looking, they're like, well, he's looking for you. And he goes, no. He goes, we're supposed to meet like in 10 minutes, but no, he's not looking. He never called us or anything like that. So then here comes Greg walking with a drink and food. So he lied to it. I think altogether they knew. Well, I guess before I even say that, let me tell you what happened. So we get off the shuttle. We get off the shuttle and everybody's lining up, and he's like, okay, everybody stand right here. We're about to do the second portion. So everybody's lining up, and he goes, I have some bad news, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to tell you. He goes, we're not going to do the water portion of the excursion today. We're having some problems with the boat, so we're not going to do the water portion of the excursion. So that was a total lie. It was a total lie. So people were pissed off because, again, we're expecting, the whole point of taking this tour was for the boat portion, but from their point of view, because we were late, I think it would have thrown off their tour for the other ships that are coming in. So since we got off the ship, there was only one other ship there, which was Carnival. Since we were gone on the excursion, 2 MSC ships pulled up and people are getting out or whatever. So they didn't want to miss out, I guess, on those other 2 excursions, or to throw them behind for those other 2 excursions. So we lost. I think I would have been better off if they would have told us in the beginning, hey, because you guys are late, we're only going to be able to do one portion of the excursion. If you want to go through it, then fine. If you guys want to cancel, just go see the excursion desk or whatever and get your money back. So what ended up happening is as soon as he told us that, I wasn't the only one. We went right back on the ship, and they were willing to refund part of the excursion, not the whole thing, but just like a small part of it or whatever, because we didn't get to take the water portion of it. So that's where I feel misled. I feel like I was lied to, because all of them knew that they weren't going to be doing the water portion at all. It was just going to be the land portion. The land portion, I think they just did it so they wouldn't lose out on all the money. They did it so they can lock in, hey, they were late, but at least we made half our money on them or whatever. So that's my gripe. That's my complaint. But for you guys, if you take anything from this little video, don't deal with Greg. If his name is Greg and you see him, I'm going to show him in my video. Skip him. Poor attitude. I'm going to leave a review. Very, very bad. I would say do the water portion if for the excursion. I think it's worth it, even though if you skip the land portion, just the water portion alone was worth around the same amount of money, because they were really good with the drinks, the entertainment, better attitude. There was nobody on the boat like Greg. Greg was just terrible. That's my complaint. So for what it's worth, I hope that helps you guys. And if you do this excursion, if they try to offer you the land portion first, it's a trick. don't do it. Just do the water portion and then the land and make your decision from there and stuff. But the name of the excursion was, what is it? Land and Sea with 1 hour open bar. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Just the tour was it was terrible. It was a total waste of money. I could have booked other excursions, but you have to understand my gripe comes from they wasted all this time for us when we could have booked something else, or we could have did something else in its place. And the tour itself, the land tour, very, very poor. You won't enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and to check out the other video. Check out the positive videos. I don't want to end on a bad note of what the water portion is like. That way you can make a decision if you want to do this excursion. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.